What did we tell y'all, man? What did we tell y'all? When it come down to this trade deadline and we getting closer, shit gonna get spooky. And it already went nutty. First of all, before we even get into it, it's your hostess with the mostest, man, the dynamic 3-0. Stop playing with us. Shoot a bang, 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 boogie. You know how we do. Anyways, man, it's your guy, Trippy OG. Big O, Uncle Raw. How y'all living today? Y'all good?
Everything good. Everything good.
Hey
Streets is
man,
talking.
today was a great day.
It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on.
If
We
you're a
know O
basketball
had a good
fan,
day, nigga.
if you're a basketball fan, this is your favorite time of year during the season, of course, regular season. It's been
Well, yeah, it is
some
your favorite time of the year if your
yeah.
team actually does something smart. Because if your team do some dumb shit,
Actually,
you fucking hate this time of the year.
oh no, hold on. Before we do the intro, there is something I want to play before we go right to the intro.
In the history of
Y'all ready?
I'm
Let's
listening.
go.
my life. This is ridiculous. This is crazy, man. We went to the NBA Finals. Why are we trading the best player, the franchise player? How are we trading the franchise player? We went to the NBA Finals. He's supposed to have a statue. He's supposed to have a statue. Dirk got a statue right there. It's supposed to be Luka right there. Why we don't got a statue for Luka? This new management is putting profit over fans. Profit over fans. Feel me? They're not worried about the fans. They don't care that we've invested 7 years of it believing in Luka, believing in building a team around Luka. They don't care about that. They just want to make the gambling money, make a couple $100 million, and leave us stuck out here. You know, now we're back to square one. We're back to square zero. You feel me? That's ridiculous. Luka fill that stadium. Who gonna fill it now? Who gonna fill that stadium now?
Like I said, I was upset. I was confused because, like, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, like, what is your mindset, right? Like, why would you trade Luka? And if you are to trade Luka, why would you not get the best trade package available for it? That was just such a horrible perspective. That's just such a horrible trade. Like, at least make it make sense. You know what I mean? Make it at least a decent trade. But that was just a terrible trade. Hate everything about it. I hope Luka goes crazy on us. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I'm done with the Mavs right now, bro. It's done.
These guys, this Nico, they finished with my dreams, okay? And this place, American Airlines, the Mavericks, this was my safe place. And now I have nothing. Basically, they screw up
I have
the
nothing.
best
Hold on,
sport
pause it.
thing in
Hold, pause it
Dallas.
real quick.
I'm so sad, man, for real. I'm sad.
He
Yo.
said, I have
He said,
nothing.
he
That's right. I'm a
said,
Mets fan and I have
hey, yo,
nothing.
he said American Airlines was my safe place. Was my,
And
now I
now I
have
have
nothing.
nothing.
Now I have nothing. Yo.
Yo, this is a part of the protest.
Yep.
Keep that shit going, bro. Hold on, keep it going. We can run the intro
We
after this. That's I have
we halfway
nothing.
there. We
Yeah,
halfway
keep
there.
that
We
shit
halfway
rolling,
there.
yo. Keep the tape rolling.
Was my safe place. And now I have nothing. Basically, they screw up the best sport thing in Dallas. I'm so sad, man, for real. I'm sad. I'm disappointed.
Mr. Luka, if you're listening to us, Mr. Luka Doncic, this is not from us. Mr. Luka, you were supposed to stay here for forever. We love you, Luka. My kids were supposed to watch you. My kids, this was supposed to be their childhood, Luka. We love you, Luka. Please come back to us. Once you don't resign to Los Angeles, please come back to us. We love you, Luka.
Yo.
There's no precedent for this in the history of the NBA that you don't trade a 25-year-old MVP candidate in his prime for a 32-year-old made of glass and a single pick. We just went to the finals last year. It's not like we missed the playoffs. It's not like we lost in the first round. And they could win every game the rest of the season and win the championship, and it wouldn't really matter because all of the emotional value and in that journey just got sucked away. But it feels like someone close to you died in a way, and there's lots of anger for sure. What's inscribed on that statue over there, Dirk statue, says loyalty never fades away. And apparently, that's only a one-way street. That only matters for the players because loyalty definitely faded away from the organization. They didn't hold up their end of the bargain. He was loyal and they weren't. So I guess that inscription doesn't really mean anything.
Standpoint of finishing, being aggressive.
Roll that
Damn.
intro. Roll that intro.
Damn.
Facts.
mic set. Blue checks, straight buckets, no loose lips. Chin prep for the match deck. Spaced out, what's the concept? Lit nights through the 2-6. Trillville got the blueprint. If they act up, turn ruthless. No shorts, better move quick. Slick hunt, let the two spit. On the back burner, peep the news clip. What's a blank when that hollow hit? Back pop on the slaughter tip. They front and stun, keep going. Automatic, leave them open. Buck up, no choking. On site, you better focus. Don't switch up, send an off fix. Two-tone like a match flip. Matchbox when that bread hit. Lights out, got the grave lit. 6 feet, see the pump stick. Set one arm, that's a deadlift. I'm bugging, they thugging, I'll set trip. Hit the gas before I take the lick. Marksman, got a sniper grip. I'm done playing, been over it. 30 piece, fully loaded snip. 50 yards, bet I won't miss. Back tuck when you're so drift. All plus, you can hold 6. Disrespect, set the kill switch. Chill vibe with the gang lit. Hunt, gunning. Worldwide, we ain't running. Frontin', bugging. All in, count hundreds. Wrist froze, chain bustin'. Bagging bitch like it's nothing. Profit hit, we on the something. Trillville, keep it jumping. Hunt, gunning. Worldwide, we ain't running. Frontin', bugging. All in, count hundreds. Wrist froze, chain bustin'. Bagging bitch like it's nothing. Profit hit, we on the something. Trillville, keep it jumping.
Hello,
Yo.
I'm Omar. I am Knicks fan. Thank you for Jalen Brunson. If Brunson's traded, I will not have safe haven no more.
It's bad, yo. What's
I
good,
feel
Lee?
for
It's
Mavs fans,
bad.
bro. I feel for you, Mavs fans. I fucking feel for you, bro. Yo, I remember being young and going through that Porzingis trade. Yo, I can only imagine what it's like on the scale of Luca, bro. I can only fucking imagine, man. I feel for them.
Nah. We can't feel for them, bro. They got it worse. First they lost KP, then they lost JB, then they lost Luca. Yo, mind you,
That is
you lose KP
insane.
first, that nigga gets a chip. You lose JB, this nigga's turning the fuck up, and he could have stayed there to get you that chip with Luca. Now you just let go of Luca. Y'all niggas is tight.
Oh man, we're gonna get to that in a bit. Oh, hold on.
Salute.
Oh, you
Boy,
can rule
I
out.
am
You can
fucking
rule.
dying.
You can rule out. You can rule out Butler. Since we're still talking trade talks, you can rule out Butler to Golden State. Brian Windhorst has just reported that he's Jimmy Butler has let the Warriors know he will not sign an extension with them, even if they trade for him. So you can Butler to the Warriors.
Yeah, that's
Scratch
clip. That's
Yeah,
clip.
he want to go to the Suns. That's it. He going to
Yeah,
the
that shit
Suns.
clip. Yeah. That's a wrap.
that. Yeah, happy Sunday, yeah. Shout out to the 75 viewers, 76 now. Hope y'all doing well. You got a lot to talk about, so let's get into it, man. What y'all want to talk about first, man? We got a lot to talk about. You want to do Knicks related or?
We could say that for last right now because that shit ain't nothing really too deep. You know what I'm saying? We know the real truth about it. We know the real inside scoop. Um, to be real with you, the hottest thing on the news right now is just these trades that just happened. You got the Luca to LA, you got De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs, you got Zach LaVine in Sacramento now. It's like at this point, where the fuck is Zion and Bi going now? Because it's like yo, the West just shaked up. So it's like you might as well just keep this shit going. Like get these niggas up out of here. But the sad part is this just makes me look at the East. I mean, at the East, like yo, the East is really trash. Like they're not even trying to bust a move, bro. But can you blame them? Detroit is a whole different type team right now. So they really don't have to change shit if they don't want to. Because they're surprising as hell this year. Most of the and the way I'm looking at it now, mostly all the guys that everybody would trade for, they're really all hurt on the East. Like majority of the players that's hurt is on the East. Now that I'm
It's
looking at
also
the
the
shit,
fact. There's
Shit
also
is
the fact
crazy.
that there's only so many Eastern Conference teams that are probably open to trades. You know, like for example, Miami, right? They're open to dealing Butler, but they want a package that helps them stay competitive now. Milwaukee, they're willing to move off Middleton and Bobby Portis, but they want win now pieces in return. Toronto, they're offering like you can call them and ask about maybe Jakob Pertl, Kelenic, and Bruce Brown. But other than that, that's about it. Charlotte hasn't really been healthy all year. You know, they're not really looking. They already traded Nick
Yo,
Richards. We don't know. We don't really know how open they are to other trades. So Atlanta's playing well. Chicago, I mean, they just traded Levine. Who the fuck knows what's going on over there? They only got their first round pick back for this year. They didn't get any additional picks, so who knows if they're embracing the tank or not. So you really don't know what partners in the East you can really head up. And most of the more valuable assets are in the West, like Utah. Utah's been stocking up. They're looking like they're going to start embracing the tank. That means you got Markkinen, Sexton, Clarkson, Collins. You got a lot of guys there that'll be valuable to contending teams. Portland's the same way, depending how you view Jeremy Grant or a DeAndre Ayton or an Anthony Simons. Like majority of like the trade candidates or trade targets are in the West. That's why we always say call the East the Eastern Conference because there's not they're not as deep as these fucking West teams, man. They're not as coveted.
yeah,
Yep,
Fox to the
Fox is a
yeah.
Spur.
That's crazy. Yeah, Fox to the
And the
Spurs is
fact that
crazy.
they didn't give up nothing, dog, is like, bro,
Yeah,
they
we
kept
need to have a talk about
CP3,
that.
kept Sohan, kept Vassell, kept Castle. Like, how'd you keep all of these niggas and you just gave up two average bench pieces?
They still have Harrison Barnes. They still have Keldon Johnson. They still have Julian Champagne. Like, yo, they got a fucking squad, bro. Like, they went from like a low tier playing team to a playoff contender now. Like, they went from
Facts.
like a 10th, ninth seed to like a 7th seed, maybe 6 if everything breaks right. Like, that's insane.
All I can say is
And
this, man. I don't know what nobody else is thinking, but yo, I'ma say it first. OKC, if y'all thought this shit was a cakewalk, kiss that shit goodbye. Cause I'm
not
being
anymore.
real. Y'all not fucking with half of these teams in a 7 game series now, bro. Niggas is not playing with y'all niggas no more. So, yo, Shy, I hope you on your bullshit. You gonna have to drop 40 a night, nigga. Gangster.
I still view OKC as the best team in the league, but the West will not be as easy as it was for them as it was before.
Salute D
Just
Block. What's
like
good, baby?
they're like the West Jazz has become more competitive now. You know,
Yo,
but
but that Luca trade is
that
fucking
Luca trade
sneaky, bro. Like the
story
fact
story
that this
story
nigga,
time for the chat. Story
yeah,
time
let's
for the
let's
chat.
break down Mr.
We
Nico.
yeah. So Nico, I don't even know his last name. Harry, props to you, bro. Dallas bumping OKC. Listen, Dallas got deeper, bro. It's possible. They gotta stay healthy though. Lively's still
Yeah,
out
that's a fact.
with injuries. They gotta get healthy first. See how that team looks. But nah, they got a squad though. They got a squad. And they got mad
Nah,
vets. They got a lot of guys with vet experience. They can
Nico
easily
is
do
a
that
funny
shit.
ass guy, bro. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, man. I'm sure. Yeah, man. Rob Palenka that's his buddy, man. Come on, like, all right. Let's go through the timeline, right? Before I was about to say Nico Collins, because I don't even know his fucking last name. Before Nico
Just call that
became
nigga
Mavs
Nico.
GM, yeah, before he became the Mavs GM 3 years ago, the man used to work for Nike. He's the guy that fucked up that presentation for Steph Curry to try to recruit him to the brand and all that. He's the one that fucked that up. When he was
Mm-hmm.
at Nike, he represented tons of NBA players. Guess who was one of those players he represented? Anthony
Da da
Davis.
da da.
Ah man, guess who he was best friends with in the league while he was with Nike as well? Rich Paul. And
Da da da
thus,
da.
he's also good friends with LeBron James. Guess who was another player that he was close with at Nike? Kobe Bryant. Who was Kobe Bryant's agent at the time? Rob Pelinka.
Da
You
da
see
da
where
da
the fuck I'm
da.
going with this? Last summer, when Bronny was in the draft, Rich Paul had an interview with ESPN, and he was talking about what teams other than the Lakers had Bronny for workouts and stuff, and who would like what teams are interested in taking him in the second round if he was available. He mentioned one other team that he was okay with taking Bronny if it wasn't the Lakers. There was the Mavs. Why the Mavericks? Because the GM was a guy with the name of Nico, who, and I quote Rich Paul, said that he was like an uncle to Bronny James.
Yo, D Block, that's what we talking about now. We breaking the trades down now.
So little but surely, if y'all putting two and two together and y'all logic is working, basically, Nico did the Lakers a favor. He didn't
Remember,
really care about Luca. He actually didn't really want the nigga there. He meant what he said about he's not committed to the weight and all that. But the sad part is, let Omar give y'all the splash that's just gonna bring it all together.
he hit up Rob Pelinka, his good buddy, old pal. How are you, man? 48 hours before last night's game. He said, yo, well, first off, before he called Rob, he went to all he went to the owner of the Mavs and said, yo, how'd you feel about this deal where we ship Luka to the Lakers? The owner laughed at his face and said, you're fucking stupid. No way we should do that trade. He hit up other front office officials. The only person he didn't hit up was Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd was the only person in the Mavs organization he didn't ask. But to everyone else he asked, they was against it. It was like, no, you shouldn't trade Luka. They laughed at him. He said, oh, y'all laughing at me? All right. Fuck yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. Rob, old buddy, old pal, how are you, bud? Listen, I got a trade for you, man. How'd you feel about getting Luka? If Rob Pelinka's reaction was, is this a prank? You're pranking me. Is this a joke? Nah, old buddy, old pal that I've known for decades. Nah, man. This is real. And once the trade got finalized, 48 hours prior to last night's game, guess who was the first person they head up to know? Because remember, the trade was tight. It was tight-lipped. Not many people knew. It barely got leaked. Only people that knew about it were Nico, Rob Pelinka, and Rich Paul. Because Rich Paul was
Crazy
whose
how Rich
agent?
Paul finds out.
Wow.
Because who was Rich Paul? Who did Rich Paul represent that was in the trade? Anthony Davis. LeBron didn't know about the trade. He even told Braun that it was happening. Braun was just, he was as clueless as us, believe it or not. So, and then it happened.
You know what? You know what's the extra icing on the cake though?
That's crazy.
This is what gets spooky about it. He sent him over there because he originally wanted to get Bronny on the Mavs because he wanted to try to lure LeBron over there because he also wanted Bryce over there. So instead, he said, you know what? We could get a guy like AD, and then y'all already got LeBron and Bronny. So we'll just send Luka over there. And then Rob, because we good buddies, because our team is kind of set. You see what we got over here. Y'all probably in a rebuilding status after LeBron. How about if you give you Luka and you pair them with Bronny and Bryce? So that way, after post retirement of LeBron, you got all three of them. Start from there. Good old pal, I love
She
you. This is how we
on the
gonna do it.
Dallas. I don't know. A report came out, Harry, that he's not looking to be traded. So I don't know.
Yup, man.
It's
He
fun.
don't
It's
want to
fun.
leave the Lakers now.
And remember, LeBron was a big Luka fan for like years now. He always, Brian Windhorst came out and said that when Luka first came into the league, before like LeBron was planning on like how like Michael Jordan has like his own shoe brand, like the Jordan brand underneath the Nike umbrella. LeBron was planning on doing the same. He's gonna make his own brand called Team LeBron under the Nike umbrella. It was gonna be similar to Jordan's brand. The first athlete that he was trying to sign to that brand was Luka. When Kyrie wanted to reunite with LeBron, remember, it didn't happen for obviously a multitude of reasons, but even Kyrie, there's reports that even Kyrie knew LeBron wanted to play with Luka more than anybody except Steph.
I mean, you got to look at it like this. I don't know if y'all remember, and it happened on literally 8/24, 2024. Niggas literally put out a whole tweet and a whole article about how you bring Kyrie over to the Mavs, you make everything fuck up over there so the Lakers can pry in and go get Luca. And look what happened. They did exactly that. They did exactly what the article stated verbatim. And it's just ironic, like, bro, at this point, that's when I hit you with the if button, like, hey, Mr. Braun, you sure you want to act like you ain't know this shit was gonna go down? Because at some point, man, you be lying, my nigga. And we gonna call a spade a spade. You lie a lot to the media, you don't be knowing shit. Nigga, we don't watch you pull hella plugs. Now, in this one
Beloved
instant,
NY. We're
we gonna
talking
give you
about
the
Luka trade right
pass.
now.
Yeah, this one instant, we gonna give you the pass. You may not have known this one, but all them other shits, you knew all of them shits was going down, when they went down, all that. But what we can say over here with this Lucas shit, that was the dumbest trade I've ever seen in my life. The excuses given by Nico were the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, at this point, bro, I would have rather you just said, look,
So hold up.
we feel like we don't need his
So
services no
so
more.
so hold up. Answer D Block question basically because you was going
I
in that
can't see that. You
direction.
know that.
No, I got you. You was going in that direction. So he basically what he's saying, man, being that the Lakers going to give up one first round pick, he was saying, is it a master plan or a fleece job?
I would even say
It's
it's a
a
fleece
master
job because
plan.
they're best buddies. They were best buddies. It was a
Mm-hmm.
master plan.
Master plan.
This is a
Because
master
because
plan.
apparently because Nico's words, right? This is Nico's words. The reason why he was open to dealing Luca was because of the following. Number one, conditioning issues. Luca, he never did a good job staying in shape, getting in shape. Apparently, he's reported to be 270 fucking pounds now. That's insane for a guard. Like he's only like 14 pounds less lighter than Nikola Jokic. Like that's actually
Yeah, that's
insane.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's why he's always getting fucking hurt because he's not in shape. You gotta call a spade a spade. His defense.
Big fact.
Remember, he preached about how we were better defensively now and all that. And we all know if you watch the finals, you know Luka was not. Luka was getting cooked. Luka was getting fucking cooked on defense. It was whoever. Literally, Boston was just doing whoever offense on him. We all know Luka is not a good defender. This one was surprising to me, and Brian Windhorst put this out. Apparently, he also said that Luka doesn't do a good job of focusing in the biggest moments.
Mm.
That's
I mean,
tough.
that does make sense. Think about all the biggest moments he had. He gets heated,
Yeah.
gets too irate, and then he just starts doing mad dumb shit in between the game. He gets too much into the moment instead of bringing himself back to action. So I could understand that. I could definitely understand that. But
And
me
then
personally,
this
you know
last
this was
one.
a
Hold on, before you
CBA
go
move
to this.
too, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm getting to that. This last one, CBA move. Luka Doncic was eligible to sign a 5-year, $343 million supermax with the Mavericks this summer. With this trade, that amount goes down to 4 years, like $240 something million. From what I
Yeah, that's
heard,
like 116 million off the table or some shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. From what I heard, the plan for Luka to recoup that lost money is he'll sign a 3+1 deal with the Lakers because his contract expiring soon. He signed a 3+1 deal, meaning it'll be 4 years, but the last year's a player option. So he'll be with the team for 3 years technically. When he gets to that player option, he'll decline it, and once he does, he'll have hit 10 years of service. And when he does, he can then resign for 5 years, $418 million in the 2028-2029 season. His starting salary would be, his starting salary would be
You made it yourself.
it would be 70 million.
70
Yeah, man.
million? Damn.
Yeah, I mean, Mavericks ain't want to pay that bread, but in the same token, that was just a good favor for Rob Pelinka at this point, bro. Because again, no matter what you say about Luca, bro, I don't care if that nigga ain't conditioning right or not. You telling me if he do condition, he's killing all y'all niggas every year? Cause he killing you now and he's never on point. The nigga not even 26 yet. 5-time first All NBA. Motherfucker could win an MVP in any given moment. Nigga could win you a scoring title at any moment. You traded him for a 32-year-old going on 33 AD? You let go of just a bench piece and a first round pick? Like all that shit gets
Joey
you
was good,
Luca,
Joey.
Kleber, and who else was in the deal?
Max Christie.
Wasn't it? No. I'm talking about from the Dallas end. It was Luca, it was Keebler, and who else?
Markieff Morris. Mook.
Like, bro, number one, I will say this, and then we could go on to the next ones. In my eyes, no matter how we feel about it, Dallas still won that trade. They did win that trade for the moment of now. I'm gonna rephrase that. For the moment of now, like it's in win now mode, Dallas wins. Now, if we talking longevity and future, Lakers cooked the shit out of this trade, and it's literally looking like, bro, fuck a now. Look at the players you have in your team. Kyrie, damn near always hurt. AD, always damn near hurt. At this point, if that shit don't work and y'all don't win a chip in the next year or two, and especially now, you got to see if Kyrie gonna even want to accept his player option or not going in the next season. He may not want to take no money off the books. He might be like, yo, you know what? Give me all my bread. Now y'all got to figure out how to fucking reshape the roster with them now. Like, I don't think Nico really thought this one out, bro. Like that shit was stupid.
Another
I don't feel
there was
bad for
some
Mavs fans because I'm a Knicks fan, so I see this shit all the time. So I do not feel bad for you niggas. Nope. Come get some of
there's
this fucking luck that we be getting, nigga.
Yeah, yo,
Yup, I don't feel
that's the
bad.
reason why I really don't feel bad for no fucking team when they be losing motherfuckers. Shit. Welcome to the dark
nah
side, bitch.
there's some more CBA talk things I want to say before we move on to our next trade. First off, for the Mavs side, Anthony Davis, he waived his trade kicker, meaning he forfeited an additional $6 million that he would have gotten because he got traded. So
Smart move on his end.
because of that, the Dallas Mavericks are now $628,000 below the luxury tax and are $6.3 million below the first apron. Remember,
Sounds
there
like a
was a
hella
second
move.
apron team. There was a second apron team before this trade. So now they're out of the second apron. They're not even in the first apron anymore. So now they got the most flexibility a team can have now. But you gotta remember, again, AD's 33 years old, Kyrie's 32. You got like a 2-3 year window. After that, their future gets murky because the first round picks that they're owed, the 2027 first round pick goes to the Hornets. Your 2028 first round pick is a swap with OKC. Your 2029 first round pick is a swap with either Houston or the Nets. And your 2030 pick is a swap with the Spurs. The picks that you have now are your 2025, 2026, 2028, and 2031 picks with a 2029 Lakers pick. Those are the only picks you have. So you gotta win. You got a 2-3 year window. You gotta win. Got to.
Y'all want to hear something funny? Everything you just
Yeah.
stated, what team that remind you of? Because we just did that shit.
Minnesota.
No. Sounds about like the Knicks. Listen to everything you just said.
Oh yeah, that's
Sounds
true.
like
Yeah,
the
'cause
Knicks. Literally
partially.
what the Knicks just did. So everything we see the Mavs just did, we just did in the offseason before we started. Now we both got the same timeline and windows because of the moves we made. Ain't that ironic, y'all? Ain't
It is
that
ironic.
ironic?
But speaking of the Knicks, yo, I don't want to hear nothing about a Laker tax no more, bro. Every single generation or decade, they've had at least one superstar. 60s was Wilt. 70s was like Jerry West and Elgin Baylor and those guys. 80s was Kareem, Magic, Showtime. You know, you got Shaq and Kobe, 90s, 2000s. You got LeBron and AD. Now you got Luca. I don't want to hear shit about a fucking Laker tax anymore, bro. I don't want to hear shit about that. You got Luca for a win now player and a pick. Knicks had to give up 5 first-round picks for a third option. Oh, and
It's
to all the
definitely a
Knicks
Knicks
fans
tax.
That's
and all
disgusting. That's
and
disgusting.
listen to all the Knicks fans that are like, oh, why couldn't we do that for Luca? You telling me we couldn't get Luca? Number one, we got Mikal Bridges in the offseason, right? We got him in what, June, July? Luca wasn't on the block then. Luca just now got on the block. So don't be pulling that. So hindsight's 2020. Don't be doing that revision history now and act like Luca was on the block since this whole fucking time. He just got on the block now. So there was no way we could have gotten him back then, especially after he just made the fucking finals. Come on, you use your
Not
heads,
even.
bro.
Nah, the thing that they missing everything since when we had an AD type player on this team to trade for Luca. We don't got that. So you was never getting this nigga even if we could go get him. Who the fuck who the fuck was doing that? Like niggas forget. Yeah, you got the picks, but you still gotta send something out. You give
I
them so
highly
many picks
doubt.
as you want.
I highly doubt they was gonna accept Bogey and 6 first-round picks for just Luca. Like, come on, bro. They would have
No,
wanted
they
Deuce.
was
They
never
would have
doing
wanted
that.
a Hart. Come on, bro. There was no
You had
way,
to
man. There was
literally
no
trade that
way.
starting five.
And even then, they might not say no. They might say no. You know,
Shit is
like
crazy, bro.
you got some of
Shit.
this revisionist history, Knicks fans. Like Nixon, Nixon, no team was ever in the running for Luca. And literally, that's why the only team Nico called was the Lakers.
I mean, he
You
did
know what I mean?
supposedly call the Bucks too.
No, but he shut that down in the press conference. He was like, "Nah, it's only Lakers. Lakers the one and the only team I called, and then we only called Utah just so they can be salary fillers for the 3-team deal. But Utah didn't know that we was trading for Luca. They just knew that we was finalizing a trade and we needed him to be the third team because of salary purposes. That's all he knew. So you can't even fucking say that.
Yo, Nico, I give you to the end of the offseason before you fired. Not only did you just do this move, you literally got on media and thought you was bold enough to tell the niggas exactly what you did. That is the dumbest shit you could have ever done. You should have just let them think that. Like, yeah, we called the Bucks too. You should have never did that. Like the fact that you just I called the Lakers. That's it. You're dumb. I'm just letting you know now. Business 101, you're fucking dumb. You won't be the GM too much longer, bro. And Jason Kidd looked like he was about to deck your ass today. Like that nigga wanted to
You saw
snuff you.
that press
Nigga
conference, right?
sitting in a
You
chair
saw the
like this.
yo. Do you want to show the clip? You want me to show the clip? I have the clip.
Nah, I remember that shit vividly, bro. That nigga looked like he wanted to smoke him, dog. Yo, did you see the clip? You on mute?
Honk.
No.
He said,
All right.
no, I did not.
All right.
No.
Guess I got sent him.
I don't even know what y'all talking about.
I
So
said,
the
Unc
so
the clip.
Nico had a press conference to explain the Luca trade, and he wasn't even in that long. He answered 3 questions and then walked out and left Jason Kidd alone to answer to talk to the press.
Word.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the way if you see Jason Kidd's face as he was talking, like that whole conference was literally just Nico saying, everyone laughed at me and called me dumb and said I couldn't do it, and I did it. So haha, fuck y'all in y'all face. That was literally what he was doing the whole time. I sent it to you. You can play it. Show it to the 162 views we got right now.
That is crazy. Give me a second, yo.
Yo, on my
But
soul, bro. That nigga Jason Kidd face, bro. He looked like, yo, all he gotta do is just look my way one time and I'm rocking him. Like, just say something stupid I don't like right now. Cause you up no. Jason Kidd looked like you know how like matter of fact, I give you a prime example. You know how you go into work and it's payday, but you ain't get your paycheck yet? And now your boss is trying to tell you to do some stupid shit, and you like, nah, I ain't trying to do none of that, nigga. Where my bread? Like that's the face he was getting. Like he was ready to choke slam this nigga, bro. Oh man, bro. Like that's a super slap in the face, dog. You go from
Term is
getting
the time frame. I think
contracted.
he fits our time frame. If you pair him with
Do you see his face?
we gotta show the viewers. I don't know why I keep being on mute. We gotta show the viewers. The viewers gotta see. We here to listen. We've been saying all day. We're here to show everything, man. We locked and loaded, bro. We made sure to come fucking prepared for this episode.
Cause this shit is hilarious. Like this whole trade scheme shit been jokes, bro. Been straight jokes, dog.
This is I've never seen anything like this, bro. Ever.
Don't worry, we're gonna talk about that trade next too.
Oh yeah, that wow. That shit.
That was an
Wow.
actual trade. Look at this nigga face,
Big picture, do you
bro.
think this will work in the short term and the long term? Short term makes great sense. How do you see this working out well for the organization in the long term?
Well, I think the long term is the time frame. I think he fits our time frame. If you pair him with Kyrie and the rest of the guys, he fits right along with our time frame to win now and win in the future. And the future to me is 3-4 years from now. The future 10 years from now, I don't know. I don't think they probably bury me and Jay by then, or we bury ourselves.
Yes.
All right, I know there's a lot
of physicals.
He wants to rock the shot.
Kid is like,
He wants to
not
rock him.
joking, nigga. Yo, kid looked at the nigga like, yo, what you talking about, death, bro? Nigga looked at him like, yeah, huh? Nigga's like, bro, I want to slap this nigga right now. Like, this shit is not a game, nigga. You just traded Luca. Like, yo, kid looked like he ready to get up and show you to cut that nigga, bro. Like,
That nigga on fire.
yo, he ready to hit that nigga with all types of Hadokens and all that. Like, yo, that nigga about to turn to a Kuma on his ass, bro. Oh my God. That shit takes the cake, dog. That shit take the cake. Cause
This is
I
the
was
funniest. Yo, to everyone that's saying the ratings are going down, this is saving the ratings.
everything that just happened. Oh,
Right.
NBA ratings is through the roof.
It is saving them right now. It is saving them. But
Sadly,
we've talked
man.
about that Luka trade long enough. It's gonna be a topic for weeks. It's never gonna end. We should talk about the actual trade that we actually fuck with, that we like a lot.
Yo,
I
but
love
didn't I
this
say
trade.
this shit though? Didn't I say this shit yesterday? I said, oh, Luca got traded. Oh, that mean Fox and I mean definitely Jimmy Fox and fucking Zach LaVine should be traded the next day. And look what happened. 2 out of 3 of them motherfuckers got traded the next day. I was like, I seen it coming. That was the
It's
first domino
funny.
effect. That's all we needed.
It's
That
funny because
nigga,
on Friday
yo,
afternoon,
one time, yo, you ain't lying. That nigga Adam Silver was panicking. That nigga said, I need something now. I'm not vetoing shit. He said, the first thing that popped, I'm letting it fly. I'm letting it fly. I don't give a fuck how nobody
it's
feel.
still funny because when that Luka trade happened, me and Trippy, we was on P5. We were about to get on 2K. And you just hear me go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, in the party. And Chip was like, yo, you good? I'm like, yo,
Word.
I
I
read
thought
the
this nigga
tweet.
was dying. Like,
I was like, yo, like, Luka just got traded for AD. He was like, you're fucking lying. When I saw the tweet, I thought it was like a parody account, like a fake account. I click on his picture. It's a real account. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Did he get hacked? We all thought he got hacked or he was trolling or whatever. And he was like, and then the next tweet, oh, it's real. Oh, shit.
put it like
Oh,
this.
my.
That's crazy.
Not only did he actually put that tweet out and it's real, that one tweet alone just knocked out any fucking Woj bomb that ever existed. That Woj bomb is no longer even a thing anymore. It's just straight sham alerts. Like, nobody give a fuck about that
Chamber
shit no more.
alerts.
Like, bro,
Chamber alerts.
that was crazy, bro. Like, and mind you, the way he did the shit, you know how Woj do, he just dropped that shit real quick. But it be official, you know what I'm saying? It's some breadcrumbs to it. Nigga, we watching the Lakers kick our ass, bro. We get tight real quick. We see OG go down. Then we like, the Lakers did what? Nah, this shit ain't real. Nigga, they broke the internet so much, niggas couldn't even go to sleep. As you can see, niggas had spaces since last night all the way to today. Like, nobody went the fuck to sleep.
Niggas been running spaces.
Everybody was in
8 this
fucking
morning.
shambles.
8 this
Shout
morning.
out to State for that. He's wildin' though, but shout out to
That
him for
nigga's
that. I'm looking at him
wildin',
like you're
son.
wildin'.
8
And it's
this
a
Posting
Sunday.
morning.
24-hour spaces. And, fuck this.
Don't get me wrong,
It's
I
a-
joined that shit too. I had to. I had to join in. You know what I'm saying? I had to see what's up with it. But
Bro,
I
I
didn't know he
couldn't
was
even
gonna run that
fucking
goddamn ball.
speak, bro. Every time I joined the speaker, the whole fucking space would be on mute and I wouldn't hear shit. So I was like, yo, fuck this. Elon, the trade booked the app. Elon's not gonna fix it. Fuck this shit. I just fucking left and went about my day. I was like, the fuck?
But nah,
Ah,
overall though, y'all, this actual trade with the whole, De'Aaron Fox going to the Spurs, Zach LaVine coming to the Kings, and then whoever's going to the Bulls, on all three parts of those trades.
let's
Actually,
say the
in my
full trade
opinion,
first. Let's say the full trade
yeah, I
first so
mean,
the
you could
viewers
read it
know what
all
it
the way
is.
out. I mean, if they can't read a report at this time, they fucking nuts, bro. The trade is out everywhere. Go get your phone, go on Bleach Report, and
Listen,
go read the
man.
trade. I'm not reading all that
Listen,
shit.
man.
We ain't
Word.
reading all
Reading
that
is
shit.
hard, bro. Reading is hard for some people,
Like,
man.
Well, tell niggas to go to fucking school, nigga. Like the fuck out of here. Like
that
the
ass,
fuck
Look, see,
out of
nigga.
look,
Like,
here.
look,
what?
look.
We ain't reading. And then on
On
top of that,
on
I
Tim
told you
Time,
already.
on Tim
These
Time was
the
asking
West
who's
teams
in the
at that.
deal. All right, on
The
Tim
only
Time, I got
thing,
you. So,
the only thing I care about is the Spurs didn't give up shit to
all
get
right,
Fox,
let me.
nigga. How
I'm
did
gonna,
they do that?
I'm, I'm gonna answer this question. So, for context, the Spurs got De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. Sacramento Kings got Zach LaVine, CD Sissoko, 3 first-round picks. Really two, but we'll get into that later. 3 second-round picks. And the Bulls got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Herter, and their own 2025 first-round pick back. That was top 10 protected. Obviously, Spurs, value-wise, yo, they did a great fucking job. They got a fucking
Bro,
squad, bro. You didn't give up Vassell. You didn't give up CP3, like people said they were. You didn't give up Stephon Castle. You still have Harrison Barnes. You still have Keldon Johnson. You still have Champagne. Like, all you need is a center now. And guess what? They still have how many? Let me actually double check to make sure. Let me actually double check to make sure. I told you I came locked and fucking loaded for this. The
nigga said
Spurs
all they
gave
need
up
is a center. Like
four
they still,
picks.
like you forgot Victor's over there. Victor is the center.
No, shit. You can move into a 4 and get a Capella or a Claxton. But yo, the Spurs, after giving up four
Yeah.
first-round picks, after giving up 4 picks in this fucking deal, still have their own 2025 first-round pick, the Hawks 2025 first-round pick, a pick swap with Atlanta for next year, their unprotected 2027 pick, their own 2029 first-round pick, and a 2031 first-round pick swap with the Kings.
Yeah, them niggas is
You
good
still
money.
have you still have all these picks to use to make another move to build your team more. This is yo, RC Buford, bro.
And
You
what
were
the fuck
you
are we
showing
doing?
the. I mean, to be fair,
Lying
the
about
Spurs
OG Anunoby being questionable. That's what we doing, nigga. Because I don't
the
believe in that
Spurs
shit.
the Spurs are more flexible than the Knicks. But honestly, I think it's gonna come from the Knicks. I think it's gonna come down to that last day. It's gonna come down to that. It's gonna come down to Tuesday or Thursday. Thursday, I think. Whatever the fuck day February 6th is. It's gonna come down to that day.
That's Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. It's gonna come down to that fucking day. It's gonna they're gonna push it out until the very end, and then they make that decision.
I personally feel like, depending on how that game go tomorrow against Houston, that's when we're gonna figure out when we making that move. They're gonna give it that one last game to really understand what's going on. Cause then on
It's,
top of that, I guess whatever MRI result they waiting for, they'll get it by tomorrow. And then on top of that, the team gets to play as a whole to see how they would move without OG in the lineup. I'm assuming he's not gonna play. And then from there, that'll definitely give us the side, like the icing on the cake, what they gonna do type shit.
so they got 2 games left before the trade deadline. They're at home against Houston, and then they're on the road to play against Toronto. The first game after the trade deadline is the Boston game on the 8th.
That's exactly why I'm saying they got till after tomorrow to figure that shit out. Like after Monday, like once you get to that, like if we get to Toronto's game and nothing gets moved, that's just like, and somebody does get moved after that, it just be like some bench shit. But if we really want to see something shake, like how you been seeing, like niggas is doing sneaky trades on the low, and we all calling Leon Rose the Don, I'm pretty sure he can do it again. We done seen him do some sneaky ass trades too over the years. You get what I'm saying? So we just gotta wait
Trust
how this
L,
goes.
he's
But
using
I,
his phone. He's using his phone. Trust. He's
I
using
know
his
he's doing
phone.
something, but I
He's seeing
personally
what's
feel
out
like,
there.
matter of fact, he might be waiting till after this Houston game. Because remember, you know what? How much you want to bet when we play Houston tomorrow? All of a sudden, Jericho Sims gets some burn. Cat gonna slide to the 4. Jericho Sims gonna come up to the 5.
Or maybe
How much
pressure
you want to
starts and
bet that
Simmons gets the
happens?
bench minutes. Or maybe pressure starts and Simmons gets bench minutes.
I wouldn't even do that. Because in my mind is if you really want to auction off Sims, right? Houston already fucks with Sims supposedly, like they have some type of like liking to him in their office. This is the
What's
perfect
going on,
game to
sis?
do it. This your last shot. You let Jericho Sims play in front of Houston, do his thing, and y'all figure that shit out, bro. Because the way it's looking, I don't see this nigga Mitch going nowhere, even though I don't really care at this point. But sad to say, the way the team is made up, you kind of need this nigga, so I don't see this nigga going nowhere. But then it's a teeter-totter with it because it's like they pushing real thin ice with this shit, bro. You got like literally 3-4 days to figure out all of this shit. This OG shit now, Mitchell Robinson, and how you gonna fix this bench. You got 3 to 4 days to figure out all three of them things that fast. And I don't think the Knicks be
And
doing that good under pressure. So I'm gonna need them to speed roll
and
this shit.
and then you still got the buyout market.
We gotta
At
wait
this
to see who
time of
get
year,
bought out.
yeah. There's one name that's going to get bought out that I would love for the Knicks to get. Well, not love, but I'll be content with them getting. I'll say it right now. Your Uncle Raw, how would you feel if the Knicks got PJ Tucker off that buyout market?
I'll take PJ Tucker coming off that bench. I'll take that. Yeah, yeah. All I need is a good 12 minutes from you, brother.
See, he need an enforcer.
Yeah, all I need is a good 12 minutes from you, brother.
An
Solid
enforcer, a corner
minutes.
specialist, good
Mm-hmm.
defender, a
Mm-hmm.
vet. He's a
Mm-hmm.
champion,
Mm-hmm. I'll
locker
take
room
that.
guy. Yeah,
I'll take that.
he fits. I mean, listen, every time we talk about how we need a wing, we all the attributes we describe, he has, and he's expected to get bought up by the Jazz. He's making 11 million this year, so he's making less than that 12 million MOE. So the Knicks, as a first apron team, are eligible to sign him with that taxpayer mid-level exception. Now, the only problem is if they do use that 5 million taxpayer mid-level exception to sign PJ Tucker off the buyout market, then they will be in the second apron for the rest of the season. And in the offseason, they'll be back below it. But for the rest of the season, they'll be in the second apron. So that'll only be like a last resort unless you dump off Mitch, free more salary, and use that to sign Tucker. But I think if they was to do something like that, it would be after trade deadline when they know what the roster is. Because the roster would be like 95% finalized at that point.
I'm gonna keep it a band, bro. Man, Sim, Sham, and one of the kids, go get me a bench piece right now, bro. I'm sorry. You not going into this deadline and not getting me something on that bench. Like, you better at least do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could do the whole hold on to Mitchell Robinson shit. Y'all could do all that extra shit. Y'all could have all this faith and everything. But by February 6th, my older sister's birthday, shout outs to her, I'm gonna need y'all niggas to get me another bench piece. Simple. Like that's a must. Like that has to happen. If Leon Rose can't make that happen, I'm gonna look at him like, yo, bro, you sure you good at your job? Because how you can't get the bench pieces, but you could pull up all these other niggas? Like, bro, the bench should have been the easier part. But no, you fucked up. You let some of that depth go. So us as fans, we love y'all to death, but we ain't trying to hear that shit. Go get me a bench piece. I'm asking you to do the bare minimum. That should not be hard. You got 4 to 3 days left to do so. Go get this goddamn bench piece. Simple.
Yo, before we get to the tail end of the show, shout out to the 200 people in the building. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, whatever platform you're on. You know what I mean? Share it. We really appreciate it, man. But yeah, definitely at the tail end of the show, you already know how we do.
Guess we got to talk about the biggest elephant in the room when it comes to the Knicks. Even bigger elephant than that trade
I
deadline
really
coming up.
didn't want to, bro, but I'm
We're
sorry,
gonna
man.
have to. We're
The
gonna
way
have
they
to.
reported that shit, bro, I can't believe it. That's the same shit they did with Randall. That's the same shit that they with Mitch. They'll give you some bullshit. Then that shit'll linger on for about like 2-3 weeks. Now all of a sudden, oh nah, they gotta get season-ending surgery. Da 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 da. Like, nah, I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. I need real fucking answers on that MRI. You just said he was questionable. We ain't never get no results of the MRI. We got the X-rays, but the MRI, we still ain't get no results from that. Come on, Knicks, get it together. Like I
I
get it, we
believe we
die
got.
hard fans, but we ain't fucking stupid. And y'all gonna
I
stop
believe.
trying to like insult our intelligence, bro. Like you medical
I,
staff, you Nick niggas with this media shit, y'all gonna cut that shit the fuck out. Dead ass.
I believe we got something to show the viewers to just let them know. Stop thinking it's a fucking Achilles injury. I'm getting tired of
Yeah.
still seeing that shit on my timeline. So we got something to show y'all real quick. We're gonna show it to y'all, and then we'll break it down for you afterwards. We got time for it. We got time for it. So for context, this is a video from Dr. Brian Suterer, one of the top sports medicine doctors in the field. This guy, in my opinion, is the most trusted guy to go to when it comes to what player injuries are.
Real
This
models?
guy,
That's all.
this guy, this guy did not miss on
News.
any injury
AI.
that he had last year. Like real talk, he guessed Randall's injury correctly. He said what OG's injury was correctly. He said Brunson's injury correctly on that Cavs game. Like he did not miss on injuries, bro. He hit on OG's hamstring injury. He hit on Hart's ab strain injury. He does not miss, and he made a video analyzing OG's injury video. We're gonna show it to you guys now, so y'all can shut the fuck up about this Achilles thing.
Y'all
Big
ready?
facts. Let's do it.
Yeah, we ready? Let's do it.
Knicks fans are holding their breath right now after OG Anunoby limped off the court after grabbing his right lower leg from this non-contact injury. Unable to return to the game, we're going to talk about what exactly could have happened here and how serious this non-contact injury might be. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dr. Brian Suter, and the goal is always on this channel is to teach you more about the medical side of the sports world. So a lot of concern, of course, with Knicks fans. We saw DeJounte Murray just yesterday evening, I believe it was, suffer an Achilles rupture. And so these non-contact injuries, we always hear about non-contact. We see somebody grab for the lower leg, the ankle, etc., and we always worry about an Achilles. I'm here to tell you, though, I don't think this is an Achilles rupture. The reason I don't think this is an Achilles rupture is there's no direct load and overstretch on the Achilles. Also, we have the benefit now of the Knicks have officially ruled him out for the game with a foot sprain, and you would not classify an Achilles injury as a foot sprain. You might call it an ankle strain because a strain implies injury to a muscle or a tendon, whereas a sprain implies injury to a ligament. And so if we take the Knicks medical staff at their word of their confidence of this being a foot sprain, that gives us clues about a foot ligament instead of a foot or an ankle muscle or tendon. And really, again, in these positions here, there's no direct load push off like we saw with DeJounte Murray. Even though he grabs down around that lower part of the leg, there's no explosive mechanism that would worry us for an Achilles rupture. This moment right after he grabs, he really doesn't even put that much weight on his right foot to then explode off. And you can see how his face, he's already actually starting to react before he even goes to push off. And so I think the injury actually occurred just before he grabs the ball. And so right here, his right foot, pay attention to how his right foot is pointed and planted to the ground as he catches this ball. His foot is planted down, and then he's trying to push himself in this direction over to the side. And so to do that, he's going to be pushing through a plantar flexed foot that's going to then go into some abduction with the forefoot, the end of his foot pushing outward as his body's momentum is trying to carry him in that direction. That can cause this twisting force throughout the foot that can cause a ligament sprain or a ligament tear in the foot. And so you can see then he pushes right there, his left leg comes down, and then you see the reaction in his face already grimacing before he even puts his weight on and push off the right. So I think the injury occurred here again on this plant. That subtle twist, that step right there, that twist, forefoot abduction pushing outward as the foot twists down into plantar flexion, would fit with a foot, specifically a midfoot ligament sprain. Now, if we go to our biodigital anatomy tool here, let's talk about what this sprain might be. Remember, sprain implies injury to a ligament. So we're going to first get rid of all of our muscles because we, of course, do not care about them in this instance. Now, if we were dealing with an ankle sprain, they would have said ankle sprain. And this is pretty easy to determine in the locker room. Is it, your ankle that hurts? Is it your foot that hurts? And so the fact they're calling this a foot sprain right away, I think we can zero in on these midfoot ligaments. The ones that I'm going to be most concerned about are going to be the Lisfranc ligament complex. Technically, those are the ligaments that run between the tarsal bones, which are going to be these bones in the middle of the ankle, and the long bones of the foot, the metatarsals. Specifically, there's a connection between this bone right here, called the medial cuneiform, to the base of the second metatarsal. So right in this region is going to be that classic Lisfranc ligament that helps impart that stability all through the joint. This model is actually wrong. There is no connection here between the first metatarsal and the second metatarsal, and so you get this indirect connection because of that path going from the first to the medial cuneiform, over up through the Lisfranc into the second, and then all the way through the rest of these metatarsals. So the Lisfranc ligament is very important, obviously, in maintaining that stability, that integrity of the midfoot arch, and is a very important injury for the foot. That would be a common mechanism for that forefoot abduction. The forefoot is going to get pushed out in this direction while you're pushing off and changing directions to go this way. That can twist, torsional force through the foot, and a non-contact mechanism for a potential Lisfranc sprain. Now, as you'll notice here, though, there's a ton of ligaments throughout the foot, right? There's a ton of little nondescript ligaments connecting all of these bones, and any of them technically would qualify as a foot sprain. So just because we've heard foot sprain doesn't mean that this has to be the dreaded Lisfranc type of injury. If this turns out to be a Lisfranc injury, then the first step is going to be an MRI. If it's completely torn, especially if there's instability where the bones are widening, that's going to require surgery. His season is going to be over. If it's a mild sprain where there's stability between the bones, meaning the bones don't move when you put weight on and look with an x-ray, that's often something you can treat conservatively, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, protected weight bearing in a boot, gradual return to play depending on the severity. So you're still probably looking at least 2 to 4 weeks, 2 to 6 weeks, depending on the severity if it's a Lisfranc sprain, but more on the mild side. If it's just one of these nondescript foot ligament sprains that aren't really that important for the stability of the foot, this could be a much shorter absence. And so really, I think it comes down to, is this a Lisfranc injury? Is this a different ligament throughout the foot? They might even be describing a plantar fascia strain or a plantar fascia tear as like a foot ligament, which would not be as concerning either. So I think the big thing, number one, is this going to end up being a Lisfranc? Mechanism would suggest potentially, but we have to wait and find out from the MRI. But again, no real concern here for the Achilles, just mechanism doesn't make sense. Lisfranc would be the number one thought on my mind. That's it for the video, everybody. Let me know any questions or comments down below. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.
There you have it.
Ain't much we got to really explain on our end. He explained everything. He explained to you if he got to get surgery, if the midpoint and the minors. So at this point, cut that Achilles shit out. Learn your actual distinctions of when you see people go down. Stop just saying shit to say shit because you think you know shit. All right, people? Actually do some research on some shit and you might find some shit out. Now, the only thing I know, they're going to look at us and say, well, nigga, it don't make it no better if it's something bad because they already said surgery. They did the MRI. We still ain't getting no results. I hope you know when you do an MRI that does take some time. It normally takes about 2 days to come, especially if you do it on a weekend. Because normally on the weekends at a hospital, most of your key people are not working on the weekend. So they're doing trying to do bare minimum shit unless it's a trauma or shit like that, you know? Got to know these things. It's Sunday, folks. So we wouldn't really be getting that news until tomorrow. Just saying.
Tuesday at the latest.
Facts. That's literally sadly, I knew we wasn't getting no MRI results, but you know how it is. Sometimes these professional niggas like to do funny shit. But I knew we wasn't getting that shit no time soon. That's the only reason why everybody's in shambles because, yeah, he's questionable. But in my mind, with him already having x-rays that came out negative, with him already doing the MRI already, we're just waiting on the results. I'm pretty sure the team themselves know that it's not surgery. It's either the shortened version of it or that 2 to 4, 2 to 6 week period that he's gonna have to sit out. And that's pretty much it. Like it's one of those other two, but the surgery part, nah. I highly doubt it's that because again, not only did he not have to get carried off the court, like he didn't carry himself off the court. Nobody carried him. That nigga picked himself up. Braun picked him up. He pushed him off of him and he walked himself to the back where the medical staff had to run through the tunnel to go get him. So at that point, he should be fairly good. You feel me? And especially the way he was walking through the tunnel to go to the back, he wasn't limping OD crazy. I mean, yeah, he had like a little bop, but he ain't have nothing crazy. So it was like, yeah, some shit is done. You know what I'm saying? So we should be good, man. Hopefully that helped y'all and y'all calm the fuck down and stop saying Achilles all day. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to
Y'all
learn
always,
the
why
parts of
y'all
your
always gotta
bones.
assume the worst, bro? Why y'all always gotta assume the worst? Like anytime something negative happens, you just like it's like you want it to be the absolute worst case scenario. Like, what's up with that?
Well, it's all good. At least that we could bring people the facts. They got the real, and we ain't lying. So it is what it is. That right there was about somebody who know what the fuck they talking about. If you don't like that, in the words of Uncle Roy, don't worry, I'm about to get a button soon. Yeah, jump in the fucking river. Dead ass. That's your fucking business.
You know the vibes,
You
man.
already know, man.
But other than that, y'all, this was a great episode. We talked about some
Episode,
trades.
man.
What'd you say, bro?
I said it was a great episode. You know what I mean? So when there's more trade talk come, you know we be back.
Shit, we be back tomorrow, man. We gotta play Houston.
Yeah, you right. Matter of fact, yeah.
Yeah, we be back tomorrow, y'all. But again, yeah, we had to just give y'all that insight on that foot. Like we had to leave it off with that. We said, you know what? We're not gonna summarize nothing. We're gonna let the doctor speak. Then on top of that, we made sure to find the video that gave you a 3D model of a fucking foot so you could understand exactly where this man hurt his shit.
He broke that shit down perfectly.
Yeah, because I got tired of people saying Achilles. And mind you, we watching the game. I'm looking at him like, yo, bro, that's not an Achilles, bro. That's just like as if, let me give you a prime example. Remember when LaMelo Ball was running backwards and he twerked his ankle? That's the same shit. I'm looking at it. Like, I'm blatantly looking at it. The nigga went this way and he's going that way. I blatantly saw that. I called that shit. Omar was like,
People
yo, you
forget.
right. Then we get the video,
People
and that shit actually is that.
people forget. Like, not everyone's Kobe Bryant. He's the only
Yeah.
one that can
Or
walk on
Klay
his own
Thompson.
Achilles.
Or Klay Thompson, because he did it
Well,
too. He did.
well, Clay did no. Clay did it on the ACL. The Achilles happened in the offseason. He did it on the
Either
ACL.
way. That nigga
That's
ruptured
different.
both of them and he hooping again. You feel me? Everybody is
Like
not them niggas. Like,
when you tore your Achilles, 99% of the time you can't walk. When Aaron Rodgers tore it for the New York
Facts.
Football Jets, he had to get carted off. When KD tore his Achilles, he had to get carted off. DeJounte Murray had to be helped to the locker room when he tore his Achilles. So
You already know,
if you
man.
if you hooped, if you play sports, you would know.
just do your research, man. That's what we trying to tell y'all. Do your research.
That's
Stop
it.
always listening to everybody, man.
Word. You crash out when it's necessary. Don't just be doing that shit for no reason, man. So you already know, man. What we got? The Rockets Monday? Got the Rockets tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
Houston,
Yeah.
H-Town.
All right. Ain't too much spew on it. Guess we saved the crash out or the celebration for when it's time.
Gotta
That's
get
a
our
good
get back.
fact, man.
They beat us in November. Gotta get our get
bet.
back.
Yeah, so you already know. We're going to crash out. We're going to celebrate. It is what it is.
You know the vibes, man. Shout out to the 213 that stuck around to watch all that, understand what we were saying on these trades, get the good insight. And we'll see y'all again tomorrow, man. For real, for real. Stay blessed, stay loved,
Yes, man.
subscribe, do all that goodies. You feel me? It's your guy Trippy
Appreciate it,
OG,
man.
Uncle Raw, Big O. That's the new big trio, you heard?
You know how
We
we do.
outside, man.
Already. Peace, brothers.
Excuse me as I smoke the top. Range on this.